Hi everyone, and welcome back to Drawing Like a Painter. I'm Roberto, and in this series we try to explore how to approach drawing more closely to how a painter would approach their subjects. But first, let's see what we're going to use for this sketching session. This fountain pen is loaded with water soluble ink. Water soluble ink is simply ink that dissolves in water. This gives us the opportunity to use it to add shades of grace to our sketches, and creating so a monochromatic value sketch. The beauty of this is that you just need very little to get going. Your sketchbook, a fountain pen with water-soluble ink, and a water brush. It's as portable as it gets, really. I don't know, I kinda have an inkling you might enjoy this one. This is a photo I downloaded from Pexels. It makes it a little easier. The fact it is in black and white, and we just remove the complexity of colors. Drawing like a painter really involves in trying to pay attention more to the light, how the light shapes the planes of our objects, of our subject, rather than trying to pay attention to the contour of our objects and trying to draw the lines around them. Applying it to sketching with ink, I try to force myself to make lines, especially where I want to add some value later on with the use of the water brush. Here I wanted to sketch something closer to Vespa. I have no idea what this is. It's okay. Let's say you haven't seen it. Thicker lines lay down more ink, which means we'll have a slightly darker value. Obviously, pressure sensitivity comes with time and practice, so I want to try to make as many as I can myself of these sketches. And I'm quite curious of how much getting used to this new tool could actually also improve my art in general. I'm trying to start with the element in the photo that has more detail. As we don't have a preparatory sketch underneath it, it makes sense to work out the busiest part first and figure out the rest in relation to it. Painting is a matter of relationships and contrast. Everything has to work harmoniously and at the same time offer enough contrast and variety so to appear intriguing to the viewer. Where I want my darks to be darker, I will later on go over again with more ink and another wash, a sort of like layering in watercolor. As always, my focus for these practice sketches is in trying to be loose but fast, without being too messy. One thing is to be loose, one other thing is to be too inaccurate. But it's also a sketch we are trying to make. And the goal of this sketch is to quickly capture a scene and its mood. So if we have to make a sketch in 2 hours, we should probably start calling it a painting or a final drawing. Sketching is an amazing tool for when we are, for example, in vacation and we want to collect our memories into a journal or to create a visual diary. But we also need to enjoy the moment as much as we want to collect these memories into our sketchbooks. Once I'm adding water to the ink, it's also a good time to correct the little mistakes I made along the way. I hope you enjoyed this video on water-soluble ink and give it a try as well, and see you on the next one. Bye!